In modern terms, that's called universal grammar, UG for short. It's adapting a traditional term to a new framework. Well, if you take a look at UG, it has goals that appear contradictory. It must meet at least three conditions. First of all, UG must be rich enough to overcome the problem of what's called poverty of stimulus, the fact that what is acquired demonstrably lies far beyond the evidence available. It's the first test. Secondly, UG must be simple enough to have evolved under the conditions of human evolution. Third, UG must be the same for all possible languages, given the fact that there is no biological adaptation to specific languages. We achieve a genuine explanation of some linguistic phenomenon only if it keeps to mechanisms that satisfy the joint conditions of learnability, evolvability, and universality, but these appear to be at odds. The course of theoretical inquiry has been driven by the goal of reconciling these conflicting requirements. These problems were evident at the outset of the generative enterprise. We now know that they're considerably more severe than what was then envisioned. With regard to evolvability, genetic studies have shown that humans began to separate not long after their appearance. There are no known differences in language faculty, which means it must have been in place before separation. Furthermore, there is no meaningful evidence of symbolic behavior prior to the emergence of Homo sapiens. Well, putting these facts together suggests that language emerged pretty much along with modern humans. That's an instant in evolutionary time. If so, and it hasn't changed since, so we would expect that the basic structure of language should be quite simple, the result of some relatively small rewiring of the brain that took place once and has not changed in the brief period since. The apparent contradiction with learnability becomes much sharper, and research on language acquisition has extended the dilemma farther. It's shown that a child of 2 or 3 years old who is producing only very short and simple sentences actually understands far more complex ones, and in fact has mastered the basic properties of its language, including some quite remarkable ones. Furthermore, statistical study of the data actually available to the child shows that the evidence available to the child is very sparse. These discoveries seem to require that UG must be very rich in order to overcome